is pinking.
Ah,
Um, yeah, so we've got our lovely manager is in the house, Miss Ticum, sending us so much love.
thank you.
And Brent's official just says just in time. I'm not too sure if we were a bit late, but I think, we were on time. Yeah, I'm colorblind, but I can see the
We were on target today,
Eh?
Mama. We were on target today.
Exactly, we were on time. And yeah, I think that's it for now. Oh, and Princess Miss Charity 2024 says hi, Queen.
Hello.
Hello,
Awesome.
hello.
All right, I'm gonna give a shout out to Kardashian 04. Hello, he's here.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Welcome to Live Queens. This is our guest of honor tonight, Shaun Musa Jens. Welcome.
Yeah, really happy to be here.
Great.
Awesome. Queen Ash, I was just saying, just want to give a shout out to the winner of the surprise secret prize by Kingfisher Couture on Sunday, Kardashian 094. Thank you so much for coming back again and joining us. We've got your address, we've got your details. You should get a nice little surprise gift soon from the UK, from Kingfisher.
Oh, yeah, or we can share it, whichever way.
All right, okay. All right, over to you, Queen Ash.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Live Queens, and welcome to our guest, Mr. Shaun. Maybe we start by introducing ourselves. So, Queen D, you can go first.
Okay. All right. Okay. My name is Danelle Mula Murphy, a host and founder of Live Queens, Mrs. Confidence at Mrs. Africa UK 2023. And so happy to meet you. On my way to the airport, but I knew I didn't want to miss this live. So we move and it will make it happen.
Yeah, my name is Shaun Musa Genitala.
Hold on, my king. You are in the company of
All right.
royalty queens here. Let the
Okay.
queens introduce themselves.
I thought from top we are going. All right.
Yes, like you see what the kings do. He wants to now take over the life. The host with the mostest today is Queen Ash. She will lead the way.
Okay, Queen H, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Queen Hirani, and I'm Miss Africa UK 2023, and I'm a live queen. So it's a pleasure to be in your company today, and I can't wait to hear all about you. So welcome.
Thank you, Queen H. So my name is Ashley Chingwaro. I'm the second Princess of Africa UK pageant and empowerment programs of 2023. I'm a live queen, and I'm also the founder of Sparkle of Hope Foundation. Thank you. So our lovely, amazing guest. Now you can introduce yourself, please.
Yeah. My name is Shaun Musa Genitala, or you can call me Musareka, originally from Malawi, a former football player, and now I own my football agency and consulting. I'm now based here in United Kingdom, in London.
Amazing. So wait, you said you're originally from Malawi.
Wow. Yeah.
So then you grew up in
Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Queen Edge, I was about to apologize because on his ad, I put on a Zimbabwe song because I was giving a shout out to
I
Zim.
grew up all my life in Zimbabwe, so I'm.
But you didn't say that now, King.
He said he was born in Malawi, grew up in Zimbabwe. So that's what I was trying to figure out. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a holder of a Zimbabwean passport, and I'm proud of Zimbabwe.
Yay, Zim power.
Yes. Okay. Queen Ash, before we move on, can I just introduce a secret guest who we're taking at the airport at the moment? She's sitting at the back. I'm sure she'll introduce herself, but I just wanted to give a shout out to her because she's doing amazing work delivering some stuff to the Prime in South Africa. Here you go.
Hi, Queen.
Hi,
Queen. How are you?
Good. It's been a minute.
Yes, it's nice seeing everyone.
Lovely to see. And thank you so much for the amazing work that you're doing and taking the clothes over to South Africa for us. We do really totally appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you so
so
much.
much. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Of course, for anybody who doesn't know her, that's Queen Kitumetse Khauno. She was the finalist for Mrs. Africa UK Ireland 2024. Hails from South Africa and lives in Donegal. So just shout out to her for doing amazing work.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Queen D. Thank you for allowing us to at least acknowledge her, because she's doing amazing work for us. So, back to you, Mr. Shaun, the Malawian / Zimbabwean.
Yeah.
So what we would like to know, what inspired you to start your career in football?
Well, growing up in ghetto in Chitungwiza, you know, there was nothing to do growing up, only football to play in the streets. And also by that time, it was like for fun. And also that time, I knew I had talent in football. And it was also a difficult time for me because I grew up with my stepmother. You know, those times stepmother were not so good stepmoms. So I think also poverty.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because I'm a stepmom.
Yeah. So no. Yeah. So now things have changed, but that time, you know, it depends who your father chooses. So that time I knew whilst I was still young, because I became a man when I was still a child, because of the condition which was going through at home. So I knew football would take me somewhere, because that time only everyone was playing football. If you are a boy, you play football. If you're a girl, netball. So that was our way of life growing up in Chitungwiza.
Wow, that's deep. So, but obviously when you then started football, like what was your, like the biggest challenge that you faced in your career?
Because when I was growing up, most of the teams, good teams were in the city, so I couldn't afford to travel like they were, you know, in Zimbabwe, Caps United, Dynamos Juniors. That's where everything was happening. So growing in Chitungwiza, it was difficult for me to travel like from Chitungwiza to go to train in good teams like Caps United, Dynamos, the facilities, the exposure. So it was a challenge for me that time.
Wow. Obviously, I don't know if those teams still exist now. Do they still exist?
Yeah, they still exist. You know, they still exist. That's quite doing well though in Zimbabwe. So you know, Dynamos is one of the biggest team in Zimbabwe, which I end up playing for. And there's Caps United, and there's Highlanders to the south, for the where Mondebele people supports, and Dynamos is to the north, where the Shona people, mostly Mashonaland, Manicaland, a bit of Midlands. So it's a bit of divided north and south. Yeah.
Wow. Quincy, are you able to see the comments over at your side? Amazing. Could you read the comments before you give ask your question, please? Thank you.
Sure, I can see a couple of people here. And lots of the regulars. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Brex, IT manager, of course. Mr. Landini is watching here from next to me because he's the driver to the airport. So shout out. Gomez here, and like you said, Queen Z also just say hi, Queens. Cheshire Cat, Miss what was she doing? She was announcing a couple of prizes there at Miss Africa UK 2024. Shout out. Thank you so much for being here. A couple of people from Zimbabwe here. So I think our guest of honor here brings with him a big fan group. I just want to see if there are any questions. Boss Queen was just saying, sending your love, Queen Tumi. That's when we were talking about Queen Tumi there. Brex official says Zimbabwe is in the house. And and Riri sending her love there. Riri is going to be doing her finale soon for Miss Caribbean Commonwealth soon in November. So wishing her luck. And Brex Official says, I love those Live Queens t-shirts, looking fabulous. Thank you so much. And shout out to Queen Khadija Shamte, a fellow live queen who's also on the live in the audience. So reach out to her if you want to ask questions. She's going to answer you there from the audience. And she says, D, the earrings are shonaring. Okay, all right, thank you. And Queen Rio say, hey, Queens and Shaun, we see you. Okay, that's all the comments. I have a question there for our guest of honor here today. Can I just ask where you are based actually? Are you in Zim? Are you in the UK? Are you in Malawi?
No,
Where are you based?
now I'm based in UK, in Benham. Yeah, like just outside London, close to Windsor, and I'm close to Heathrow Airport. So that was actually a good question because I've lived so many countries, Germany, Poland, but most people that don't know exactly where I live because I'm always traveling up and down. But I'm based here in the UK, in Benham. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so obviously the highlight of your life and career and sort of your life would be soccer. Could you share maybe some of the highlights of your soccer moments, and then maybe after share the challenges? Maybe there's a young king or a young queen in the audience who's pursuing that as a career or as a sports. So what are your highlights in your career, and how would you advise them in terms of challenges?
Yeah. First of all, I would like to say to other young aspiring young kids who want to pursue like in sports generally to never give up. Because now things have changed. It turns out like to support, especially young children in sport as well. For me, I managed to play one of the biggest team in Zimbabwe, and I also played for the under-17 national team, under-20, and under-23, and national team in Zimbabwe. I moved to Europe. So for me, it's a long story. Let me make it short, because in that sometimes you have to do research, you have to ask, you have to speak, use your mouth all the time, because sometimes people are afraid to ask. People are afraid. You like now it's much easier about this internet. You can do research, you can find a way to see, and like for me, I have to find other ways, because in football there's so many kids, so many kids want to come to Europe. There are so many people, there's too much competition. So I don't know how to say it. Too young. I think we should have like some program to help kids to sharpen up their minds, to think outside the box, because you have to be a good thinker. I don't know if there are some what to call it, some organization or some programs where you help. Sometimes about yourself. Even once you are young, you need to find some ways. You need to think, and also these days you have to look for opportunities, not to wait like, oh, I'm a star. Manchester will come, Dynamo will come. Yeah, yeah. So I want people to push to look for opportunity, especially when it's football matters. That's my area. You can write to me, call me. I've got contacts in Poland, especially young kids. And I also do a lot of things in terms also for, I'm the ambassador for Zimbabwe Homeless World Cup team. So we also try to bring kids. We use sport, the girl child. We don't care. Or LGBT. We are so inclusive to everyone. So recently they were playing in South Korea. They arrived today from South Korea to Zimbabwe, and next year also we are going to Norway. So I also encourage those other unprivileged kids to be part of us. We fly, we sport to change people's life, and it also when you got a story to tell. Even today you are a millionaire, but you got a story to tell. You can join, you can come and play for us. It's for fun, but at the end you have to go and play to win as well. Yeah.
Queen D, you're muted.
Sorry, thanks for that, Ash. Would you think female sports or female soccer even is coming up in the UK or even in Africa? Do you think it's something that is really encouraged? Is it something that's supported, or do you think we still have a very long way to go?
Now I think women are starting to be more engaged in football. Like now I've helped a friend of mine, she's based here, to set up a team best like the girl child, and I've donated some stuff from here. So she's back. She's doing a program like I Connect Academy in Kadoma. They're doing some wonderful things there. They're helping the community and they're pushing girls. And also, I'm also trying to push, because now in Europe, like here in UK, women, they are now professional football teams. So I'm trying to go there, even in Poland, Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Slovenia, Estonia. At least if you, I'm trying to start, because I was more focused on men only. So now, even in Homeless World Cup, sometimes we travel with a women's team, like girl team, but sometimes lack of funding, we manage to go with only boys. Like now we are going to Norway. We have to travel also with a women's team, like England, America, Canada. They are traveling with both men's and women's team. So now for me, I'm more focused now on the girl child, because I want to push more on the girl child, because I was so shocked and surprised, like in Zimbabwe. Now there's a league now for women's team, but it's not paying that much. But the only place I'm trying to contact all the teams so that let's bring kids, some girls to Europe, and some are going for scholarship. Quite a few to America. UK it's a little bit difficult because of some rules to play football, even for men. It's difficult. So you look at countries like Germany, they've got what do you call it, integration. Germany, it's one of the best. Germany, Poland, Sweden, Norway, those Scandinavian countries. It's good for women to come there and start to play to be more professional. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. I found it very interesting, actually. I live in the Republic of Ireland, not in the UK, but I actually played soccer all my life. I played soccer all the way until after medical school. And interesting enough, when I came to Ireland, it was maybe early 2000s. When I came there wasn't a lot of female soccer, even though in South Africa there was a lot of development. There were a lot of sponsorship, there were a lot of scholarships for females to go into soccer. But then when you come into the UK, you sort of come into maybe a very low grade team. You play lower than what you were playing at home. So I'm glad that there's people like you here to develop the academy and encourage females. It's probably one of the things that really taught me about discipline. It taught me a lot about myself and teamwork. And, any mother or father in their life, put your child in sports. If they don't like sports, put them in dance, put them in some collaborative thing, because it really just gives you focus for the future. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Back to you, Queen Ash.
Thank you, Queen D. Queen Hirani, do you have a question for our guest?
Yes, I think you kind of mentioned that the game has changed since, long time ago. So, do you mind just elaborating on how do you think the game has changed since you played?
Yeah, that's a very good question indeed. So, when we're growing up during the 90s and the early 2000s, because of technology, everything is so connected. Like that time when we were growing up, there were no 19 years, 17-year-olds playing football. We start to hear, let's say in South Africa, Dr. Kumalos, and we go to Zimbabwe, Peter Ndlovu. Those guys were like 27, 28, right? You have to be that certain age. But now there's now technology. You find now, like in Spain, a 17-year-old Lamau, they won the European Championship, is playing at 17.
Yeah.
Arsenal recently, they 16-year-olds,
Yeah.
17-year-olds,
Yeah.
they're giving
Goalkeeper.
guys too much competition. And now, if you are 30 now if you are 30 playing football, right, you'll be told like, oh, you are going to retirement. But long back, you reach 35 years, you'll be still running. But now the competition, technology, you know, you go to the gym, there are doctors, physicians, dietitian, a lot of things. So that's why these days, when we are young, parents must also try to catch them young. If, you know, my son or my daughter, she's good at tennis. Because you cannot say, these days, say you are 19 years after school, you said, okay, I want to go to play tennis. You are late. I want to go to football. That's it. Because there's no structures. Look at us now. Look at Chelsea, Manchester. They are recruiting kids to sign kids 9 years old, 7 years old.
True.
So you be in the structures. You cannot wake up, say, I'm a good player at 17 or 15 years old. I'm going to play football. There's no chance. You have to. I don't know how you penetrate. You need a miracle. So once they are young, come on, let's support. Let's do everything. Throw everything you have to support whilst they are still young. So now everything, there's too much competition because things have changed.
Yeah, no, I definitely see where you're coming from, and with all those young academies and training from the bottom up, and where do you fit if you're coming from you know, somewhere else without an experience? So I can see how that's difficult. No, thank you for pointing that out. You also mentioned how you're connected to football still since you retired, so getting involved in the trips and everything. Is there anything else that stays you connected with football?
Like now, I'm more connected with teams because for me, I've got a certain way how I do things. Because sometimes, for me, it helps me because my former coach in Zimbabwe was Mr. Grabowski. He's from Poland. The wife, they settled in Zimbabwe. So for him, he grew up, that time there was communism in Poland, so they moved to Africa. So he was looking after us, and he showed us some other things. Like sometimes, you know, I've got a certain way to do things. Like I can tell, for example, like go, you can write an email, but for me, because sometimes I have to use, I don't know how to say it, like a forceful way. Like once you are writing an email, I'll be flying to Germany to the same person you are writing an email. Even I can wait for 7 hours. I said, just give me 5 minutes, hear my story. I'm from Zimbabwe, I'm doing this. No one will ignore you. You said, okay, come on, from Zimbabwe, let's hear your story. So it's another way, a shortcut way, in a good way, which I use to help other people. Like in terms of football, and at the same way, I'm trying to connect in Germany where people can come to do handball, volleyball, like especially in Germany, because I lived in Germany for 6 years.
Nice.
So mostly I'm more into football, and even through with my, I'm the ambassador for Homeless World Cup Zimbabwe team under our organization called YASAD. So I do it for free. It's a non-profitable organization. So we are so inclusive. So we've managed to help kids to do some scholarship in America, depending which sport you are good at. And also we are trying to set up in different countries to help others to set the structures out so that other countries, let's say Malawi, they are not part of Homeless World Cup. Tanzania, we can help them with my guy to set up homeless World Cup team, but you must have an organization
Mhm.
in your country, anything. So you have to apply. We help you how to do that because the headquarters are here in Scotland, Edinburgh. So um, um, you'll be allowed to participate. So you take your team, you go. So there's so many opportunity because there you meet a lot of people, different people of all sports, football, uh, people from volleyball, basketball. They just come to watch as well.
Nice.
So it's a good opportunity. Also, you meet a lot of people, connections,
Mhm.
and yeah. So I'm trying to do a lot of things, but as long as sport, I don't rest. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can see that's great
Yeah.
work, definitely great work. Um, when you said that take them young and getting the getting from bottom up.
Yeah.
And if someone is listening to you now, you might have said it earlier as well, but if we re-emphasize on that, so what advice would you give to young players wanting to go professional?
I think let's say, for example, in Africa, it's a bit of a challenge because there's lack of funding. Some will have to pursue his career in football, but there is no academies. There is like in rural areas. It's different here in Europe. Things are well organized.
Mhm.
So in Africa, it's a bit of a challenge, depending where you are coming from. But let's say in South Africa, it's better managed in terms of football, or Namibia, Botswana. Um, I think like what I'm doing, it's not enough because I try my best. Like let's say we are going for Homeless World Cup, I have
Mhm.
to travel with a group of 12, or if we have more funding, I have to travel with the women's team or men's team, maybe 20. But the country, we have a big country, let's say Zimbabwe, there were 15 million people. So I also encourage people to start to have such like academies and uh, uh, some sports centers, and there must be also some fundings. But for example, if you are from Zimbabwe, I'm there to help.
Mhm.
I've got some guys where I can push. Please, let's do this. Let's help. Uh, but mostly also in Africa, organization within also people there, it's a little bit bad.
Mhm.
And you try to do from here, you start to hear stories. So sometimes you don't need to fly to Africa, like, but you have someone there, but he's telling you stories.
Mhm.
So I'm trying also my best. So I don't know how, um, or maybe
Yeah.
government. Yeah.
Queen, sure. Queenesh, can I just maybe find out if our king here today has met because we've had several guests on the show speaking about sports as well. Brian Yanela from Kotelo Mbekeni Foundation, he would be more into running. He's bringing runners from Africa to run here for charity, but he also does something with I think with get what's her name? Uh, his name is Mbekeni. His surname is Mbekeni. They do
Yeah.
CISA. So Brian and CISA do a couple of academies specifically for Black young boys, and they basically try to get them off the streets. They try to affiliate them with some sort of sports, and they also do it as a sort of a social integration system as well. You know, when somebody's new, it's easier to go to a sports ground and meet people and meet like-minded people and socialize that way. And there's somebody else, I think Sme Musweni from Men's Guild South Africa is doing something similar where he has something set up here in the UK, but the point is to try build structures back in South Africa, and engage with local government, engage with the local sports community to try and set something up. So I think hit us up, DM us, maybe after
Yeah.
this live we can exchange details because we know sort of people who are in similar space who are in the UK giving back to Africa, and maybe there could be a little bit of a
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. All right.
You know what?
Queen Edge, the comments
Yes,
are on fire, but go
yes.
on.
Can I just quickly say something though before you read the comments,
Yeah.
Queen D? You know when he said catch them young? So I started playing tennis when I was about 7 years old. And I never put my kids into tennis until about 4 or 5 years ago. And oh God, that was the worst. That's when you said catch them young, I was laughing because I was thinking, yeah, definitely. I tried to get them into something that I started when I was a child, but I'm getting them when they're teenagers and they're just like, no, this is not for us. So yeah, definitely catch them young.
Yeah.
Queen
Yeah.
D.
All right. Yeah. So some comments. Thank you so much everybody for joining in. And Queen Kitume Tsikhaunu, of course, says I'm in love with the Live Queen's uniform. It's quitting. Of course it is. Spicy Child Klokodira Shem says yes, Kitumetse. We'll get the matching Live Queens Africa with the crown logo. Looking forward to the purchase. Okay, of course. Thank you so much. And Queen Khadija says, I think that's a question for you, King. So, are you planning a football academy in Zimbabwe or Malawi? I think you answered that already, but maybe for somebody who's in the audience who's from Zim, who's on the ground or who's looking to do something at home, which area in Zim are you operational or developing something?
Yeah. Now, it's good that you mentioned that. Now, we're gonna start because I've got my partners through Homeless World Cup and other friend who started this Yasada organization in Zimbabwe is based in Australia. So now, since I've got my own MJ Sports Consulting, so we're gonna do a tournament. I'm gonna launch um, a football tournament. So we are planning to do it at Prince Edward. So my idea for me of my agency, this academy, it's not like I need to find talent if you are 15, 16, 17, because to have a certain team like under 15, many teams, it's more a bit expensive. So I want to identify talent and different age groups. So my market is Europe. Like when say catch them young, when you're 17, we talk to your parents, we sign some papers to I'll be what you call the guardian. They have to sign papers, but there are so many teams in Europe, uh, so many academies. They want to have talent once they are young to sign them. So let them stay in Europe. I think here in terms of football, it's better because you'll be trained. Yeah.
Okay.
So we are going to launch something in Zimbabwe, but I'm also connected to all the teams in Zimbabwe with players, advice, and I do consulting also. If you want to set up how to set up your academy, uh, and also I share with you how to train kids certain ways, like the European way of coaching and the way how you train them in the field. So I'm based in Zimbabwe, and mostly now my organization Yasat is also helping me anything. If you need anything to contact me in Zimbabwe, you can. I'll share with the Queen here my details about Yasat. You can find them also on internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Brilliant work. So that's the answer for Queen Khadija there. And she says football is a disciplined sport and gets children focused to have structure, especially for the girl child. Boss Queen, I think that's when you were saying you were in Germany for 6 years. She says, let's all go to Germany. There's a fan of yours here who says you're a legend back in the day. Run the Streets Fitness joined here and says Queens and King, what's good? Oh, we good, of course. They go on to say, thou shalt not speak negatively of Man United. Oh, this is a Man United fan. Okay, all right. We're not gonna start that today, not at Live Queens. And Queen Rio, finalist for Miss Caribbean Commonwealth, says, how about a Live Queens football charity fundraiser match? Ooh. All right, okay.
I
The
love
Queen's
that
here. I think the
idea.
Queen's here will be able
I'm
to.
in.
Yeah. Okay. I do need to warn you guys, I used to be a very good left and right back, position 2 and 3. So, consider yourself warned. Um, Queen Khadija says, I find it hard for some parents who are financially struggling in the UK to encourage and advance a child's skill. And it is true because the academies are there, yes, but extremely expensive, from uniform to membership to the commitment. It's a literally full-time round-the-clock job, and they play all over the country, so it's not easy. Tawanda _ Raymond, hey, we see you. Thank you so much for being
He's
here
a good friend
supporting
of
our
mine.
king.
Yeah, I've met
Okay,
him. Yeah.
very good. Tawanda says, it says, good stuff, my brother Musa. You are a champ. And Boss Queen says the UK does not have a lot of charity to support children in their skills. And there's information as to where to receive support and gain resources to nurture that skill. In Africa, it's a struggle. Oh, okay. So what she meant is there's a lot of skills and resources here. Africa, of course, we agree. And that's why we're here, so that we discuss matters like this. We put our heads together and find ways to give back to Africa, ways to try and make things better in Africa, because we know the resources are not coming out of Africa. Tawanda goes on to say, this is you. So for somebody who doesn't know who the king is here today, he is a big deal, actually. Apparently, he's one of the greatest football promoters and a football network that you need. Thank you so much. Shout out, Wendy. And I just wrote, you said you have your MJ Sports Academy. We'll talk about it a little bit later when you do plugs. And Rio is challenging Queen Khadija there. She says, I'm very competitive. I would be happy to take part in a live Queen's football fundraiser match. Ladies, I think there's already there's a 6 aside here already on this live. So let's go. Last comment there from Wendy says, my son is 16 years old. His 16th birthday next year. He likes Mbappe. Where can you watch him live on his birthday month? I know nothing about football. Okay, well, we'll leave this here with King Musa Jens, and back to you, Queen Ash.
Thank you, Queen D. Yeah, I'm sure. Sorry.
Yeah, just a second. When you are having your Queen football, I've got some customized football boots, which I got when I was in Germany with the Wolfsburg. If you know Wolfsburg, it's a city where VW cars are manufactured, and the team plays in Bundesliga, the top flight.
Wow.
They've got their women's team. They're the best. They play also Champions League with Arsenal, Chelsea. So I got some few boots. They are customized. The brand you do some fundraising, and some I got some names, and I have them here.
Nice.
Yeah.
King, that is fantastic, and do not threaten these queens with a good time, because we're gonna come for you.
Yeah.
We're coming for those boots. It's on. It's on.
Oh my God!
Thanks, Queen Ash.
Looks like this match is on, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
I love this, but how are we gonna get? Anyway, we'll sort that with King Musa. I'm sure he'll help us sort it all out.
That's sort on.
Queen D, would you like to do the? Oh, do you have any question, Queen D? Sorry. Oh, the guest has left us.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
No, he's getting those boots. He's showing us that it's
Not Queen D, making sure she's to let me watch them.
So do we just have to give our size?
Now
Is that all?
Sorry?
Now I'm regretting saying that I used to play soccer in college, because now you guys are gonna be expecting me to score goals.
So I didn't want to go deep in bed to start to search. So I have these are brand new. So as you can see, this is a German flag. They're customized, and as you can see, if you look, this is Marit from Switzerland.
Wow.
If you go to internet, you type it, they are customized. So I have and ball. I got this ball in Germany. It was an official, the Bundesliga game. It's written Bundesliga. So I've got a lot of stuff here for football, and also some jersey which are got signature and the German flag for the national team of Germany with some autograph as well. So when you decided you can come and pick this, then you promote.
Okay, well, you know what? We on the live. I mean, I think we should make this
Of
happen.
course,
I think we should make this
definitely.
happen. You just actually opened my eyes to something. I'm thinking, you know what? Yes, we are Queens, but we are Queens with so many talents and so
But
many layers. How about we do an outdoorsy thing? We get everybody over. You get a bunch of kids. This will be fun.
we play every other
No,
week.
I want to challenge you. There's something which I want you or your Queens to do. Like now, since I'm in UK, you're in UK as well, Queen, yeah? Yeah. So like now, like the FA here in UK, they're encouraging people to go and watch women's football. So when you watch a match, you get a discount. When you want to go and watch men's, the big, they said the men's are on top here, and women's are doing quite well. So once in a while, it's so cheap, 10, 15 pounds. Queen, when you have time, we go to watch Arsenal versus Chelsea, Fulham. We go to Chelsea, we go to Emirates. You have also to understand, not when people are just shouting football, you don't know what's going on. So I also encourage you also to understand a little bit about soccer. I will help you. I can teach you as well. And you must be able to explain what is an offside as well. Yeah.
Queen Ash, I see Heavenly Zulu in the audience there, so we already have a number 6. There's already a team.
Queen Heavenly, welcome. And just to let you know, you are officially live Queen's football team.
Yeah.
Queen Khadija said she's going to be the ref.
I'm a striker, so I can do that.
Oh my days.
I'm enjoying this so much. We really need to make it happen.
No, I'm actually in it already. We just need to find out how we can, I think, rent a pitch or something. I think that's possible. Well, I'm sure King Musa would let us know how we can do that.
Yeah, King, these ladies are very fit. They've just run a 10K, I think, just the other day, and they're preparing for something else. They've done another walk, so don't be fooled. They're gonna run. They're gonna run you out.
Really?
Endurance is too tough.
We'll see about that. We got so many parks here in the UK where we can run.
Yeah, it's happening. We're gonna make it happen. Queen Ash will make it happen.
Okay. We too. We're Queens. Like we do not bow down. We're Queens. Anyway, Queen D, would you like to do the honors of doing the plugs for the day? If you ladies have got no questions for the king.
Before we do, I do have a question actually. So I'm excited about these projects that you're doing in terms of sports, and shout out because it's so important to be outdoors, especially in the diaspora in the UK and Ireland. At home in Africa, we take the outdoors so for granted. There's sun, there's nature, there's animals. You come here to the UK and it's cold, it's raining, it's snowing. You are in a small little tight apartment. So kudos to what you do because it's really good for mental health. Can I ask you, just with your MJ Academy and what you're doing in Zim and other parts of Africa and the UK, where do you see Shaun Musa Jens in 5 years, just in terms of mission and vision?
I want to mostly to help as lot of kids, sports people in Africa, girls and boys. I don't want to do these things for a fame or anything. I just want to help. So far, I've helped a lot of people that are already in Poland and also in Germany. So my dream with my academy, whatever I want to achieve is, I don't want people to stay there in Africa. Of course, there are also, if they manage, there are some teams with money also in Africa, because I take a sport as a professional, because there's money in sport, especially in football. Yeah, so I want to bring as many people as I can here and help them to have their their dreams come true to play here in Europe, because I've traveled all over Europe, everywhere. I've knocked every door in Europe. So, so I also I also want to look for partners who are reliable, or people I can employ in Zimbabwe, where it's not about money at first, it's about passion. Because you employ someone, he start to tell you people call, give me, I need $100 so that I can do this. We have to do it with passion. Man will come later. So for now, I need someone with passion who I can connect. Even I want to go as far as South Africa. I've got a lot of Zimbabwe in South Africa. I've got people calling me in Botswana, Namibia, and I played for a year in Seychelles. So I'm also doing some work with the Seychelles teams. But for me, I wish like in SADC, where I've got connection, I've traveled, got SADC, Southern Africa, also not forgetting Tanzania, Kenya. I don't know about DR Congo, it's another place though, but I'm thinking about it, yeah. And also, also not forgetting, like now, especially kids. Now there's the internet. There's you can research, can do things. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Use your mouth. You talk. Like for me to go to Seychelles, I was watching football in Zimbabwe in Holiday Inn. I just met one guy who started to talk. Said, "Oh, you play football. You're wearing sports. Do you want to go to Seychelles? My cousin owns the team." I said, "Yeah." Within an hour, I had a ticket there. So I'm not afraid to talk to someone if you just let me have conversation. Like you are in a plane, you are going from South Africa to England. Some people can just sit 10 hours without talking to your neighbor. You'll be sitting with Richard Branson. You'll be sitting with Bill Gates. Sometimes you don't know.
Are you?
Yeah. So don't be afraid to say, "Hey, how are you? Where are you from?" You don't know. Understand? So some other people can help your career to make it shortcut. You are supposed to went through some other way, but you make it simple for you. So
Awesome. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And for maybe the live queens, and for somebody here on the live who may have connections or who's got passion, how would you want them to drive their dream forward? How would you want them to help?
That's for the queens?
The queens or somebody in the live. There might be somebody who's doing a little bit of work in Zim or South Africa or Botswana, and they've heard your story. How would you want them to help?
Like to get even through Queen, through yourself, you have my contacts. I can help how to set up things. For me, I'm open to everyone as long as sport. You can contact me. I see, and I can help you to see. You have to train in a certain way. You have to do certain ways, because I have connection here in Europe, right? I'm connected to everyone. It's not about my own academy, which I'm creating now, but I'm still doing a lot of things. Anyone, I'm open to work with anybody. South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Mozambique. I'm available because I travel. You just tell me what you are doing, especially like players. Then I fly to Germany. I'm always in Poland, Germany, near every month. Yeah. So
Awesome.
you can work through. We talk, we call, you explain to me your situation, what's going on, how's your academy. Then we take it from there. I'm an open person. Any call, any message I read, unless when I'm at work. Because here I'm working in schools. I coach kids with an agency, some sports. So I'm also flexible. I work when I want. So most of the time I'm at home. I'm available 24/7.
Nice.
Yeah.
But don't say 24/7,
Yeah.
please.
I am.
Anyway, Would you mind sharing your Instagram handle here for somebody who maybe wanted
Yeah.
more information, or maybe a website or an academy? What's your handle?
It's Shaun Musa Jens. Normally, because I wear Adidas stuff a lot, I've got some percentage of some stuff. So I can put Adidas, just a name I just come up with. You can find me there on
So it's
Instagram, Facebook, my numbers. The Queen, one of the Queen lady there, she got my number there.
Mhm. So it's Mponda Adidas. So no underscore, no dot,
Yeah,
nothing.
there's underscore. I'm not that good.
So
I'm not
Mponda.
that good with this technology stuff. I think Queen can help me also to to share with you some.
That's
Because
fine. I'm gonna type it just here.
I'm
I
a
think it's
street
at
boy.
Mponda. Mponda underscore
Yeah.
Adidas. He's on Instagram. Go check out his Instagram and just hear about his soccer story. And of course, reach out if you have an academy somewhere or you're doing something great for the kids or for a group of people. It sounds like a wealth of knowledge here. I'm very excited. You're getting me very excited about going
Yeah.
back to soccer again. And any other projects that you're working on at the moment? Are you running a coaching clinic somewhere? Are you running a course somewhere? Do you have an online something somewhere?
For now, because I'm not much into social, I'm trying to learn. One day I'll visit Queen to help me set up things. Um, for now, I just moved from England. I'm almost 2.5 years here from Germany. So I'm starting to find ways how I can maneuver here in UK. It's not easy, especially here because in UK they say football started here. We are the best. So I'm trying to find ways, but there are many ways to go to heaven. I'll find a way though. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, King. Tawanda, your friend and supporter, says a big thumbs up to everyone working tirelessly to uplift the young people in Africa. Your dedication and hard work is shaping the future, creating opportunities, and empowering the next generation. Continues to say your impact is immeasurable, and the ripple effects of your effort will be felt for years to come. Let's continue to invest in the potential and brilliance of Africa's youth. A luta continua.
Luta
Amen.
continua.
No more words to add to
Portuguese.
that. Yeah.
Fala português.
Un poco.
Wait, what
Okay,
language
Queenz,
was
back
that?
to you. Something.
I didn't.
It's Portuguese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fala
I didn't know
português.
D speaks Portuguese, but okay.
Uh-huh. All right.
Amazing.
Back to you, Queen.
Amazing. Maybe we can just all have one last word before we introduce our next guest. Oh no, Queen D, would you like to do the plaques for the any announcement?
For live Queens.
Yeah.
I just wanted to just a shout out again to Queen Rio. That's Kalia Cole Nana's mom, and I think it's
No,
Nigeria's Independence Day today.
yesterday.
Oh.
Yes, yesterday. Okay. Anyways, she reminded me of that, but she is doing a brilliant journey with Miss Caribbean Commonwealth. She is a pageant queen herself, and she's got a daughter who's just done a beautiful, beautiful job in Glasgow. She's got finals coming up in November. If you check it out, Rio Cole is her name. I'll share her Instagram handle here. If you go on here, she's got links to the tickets that are coming up in November, and she's been a big supporter of Live Queens. Can't think of anything on the top of my head at the moment. I know where is Queen Heavenly? She's still on the live. Queen Heavenly is doing something with a business empowerment program sometime
Yes, that's
soon. So type it on,
26th of October, and the
October.
tickets,
Yeah.
the link to the tickets are on her bio or on Women in Business bio. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And I'm going to invite our king here, King
Yeah.
Shaun Musa. Mrs. Africa UK Ireland has just
Yeah.
launched for 2025 a competition for the
Whoa.
kings. So we would officially like to invite you to participate in Mester Africa UK and Ireland, the very first one ever. to sort of match the female one, because we are super energized and empowered and excited, and we want our kings to just be as empowered as us as well. So check out their website, Instagram at Africa UK Pageant. The announcements are going to be coming soon for the scouting in November, but we are super, super excited to see our kings grow and do stuff as well.
I'll come
So
on one
official
condition.
invite to
I'll
you.
come on one
Okay,
condition.
right.
I don't know how you're gonna pull this. I don't have a trousers. I only in sports. I represent where I am.
Right.
So
As long as you make it work.
to come like this dinner, whatever, this function in my
Yeah.
tracksuit. All right.
As long as you make
All
it
right.
work.
No worries. So
Yeah.
I'll be there. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Who's introducing the next guest?
I am.
All right.
Oh my God, and she's just come in. She's just come in. Oh, sorry, Matt. Can I just read a few comments? Sorry, if there's a few comments. I don't wanna get out. No, I think we did. Oh, Queen Khadija says go buy your tickets. I think that's to Miss Heavenly's
For Queen Rio. Yeah.
Queen Rio. I'm not too sure which tickets, but just go grab your tickets. And then
Yeah.
Lady Rushka is saying well done to you. And Matt Clover Decoration. Oh, he says I'm coming. I actually met him at an event that I went to this last weekend. But yeah, he says I'm coming for King Mr. Africa UK pageant. So at least we've got about 4 sign-ups at the moment. This is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, my lovely. So next week on Wednesday, same time, 7, we've got royalty coming into the house.
Whoa.
We've got a woman who holds many titles and crowns too. We've got a lady that has got a big passion for charity, and it's the one and only Lady Rushka. No, we cannot wait.
Whoa.
Amazing.
But yes, thank you so much, everybody,
Thank
for coming today. Sorry?
No, I'm just saying.
I think we're gonna do a word of encouragement as an outro.
Yes. I was gonna start with Queen H, but yeah, you go, Queen. You're
No.
the one that started
I'm
it.
not.
One last word.
Okay. Let's say excellence.
Okay. Queen
Okay.
H.
Elevating. I think after talking about children and elevating.
King Shaun.
Empowerment.
Oh my God, that was going to be my words. But anyway. My word is inspiration.
Whoa, yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming tonight. It's been an amazing 1 hour, 1 minute.
Yep.
May you.
Awesome. Can we ask our king to do an outro in a language of his choice of any of the countries we've been in? Any of the countries. Just an outro.
Which language for many countries? Wir sind uns bis bald. In Polish, we say Dankeschön, do zobaczenia, asante sana. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Amazing.
All right. Okay. Hi, Alfred.
Sorry, I just had a visitor. No, it's Mocha, but yeah. All right, my lovelies. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
See you on Wednesday.
Your Wednesday.
Go shine like the diamonds you are.